What's up everyone? Welcome back. Alright, the flashback race event is going to be starting very soon, so let's just jump right into it. I still had two more characters, this one and one other one to do for you, but unfortunately I don't have the time to get them both leveled up to where they really truly deserve to be. So I'm going to sacrifice this one at the altar of character sacrifice or something. We're going to pull the plug and just do the video now, and that way it'll give me a chance to really focus on that one last character over the next few days so I can get that video out before the race event starts as well. However, as you've been watching, the damage numbers, even in Path of Building, may look a little grim. They even did to me, honestly, but you can't really argue with all the dead bodies. So we're going to do it a little bit differently and just jump right on into it. He may not look like much, but you saw what he can do, and the best part about him is you only need the most basic and simplest of things to get him going. Get your resistances maxed, worry about life, and then it's physical damage. Tectonic Slam is a fire-based skill, so fire damage, elemental damage with attack skills, attack speed, increased area of effect, life leech, the most basic and simplest of melee character attributes you can think of, so also plus the, strength, intelligence, and dexterity, that'll help. The most simplest things, that's all it takes to get him going, and why I'm not even going to just show each thing. If you want to see something more a specific piece more closely, just pause the video for a second, because it is literally the junkiest of the junkiest junk you could find as you're leveling up and just throw on, and that's what I've done. But that's all it really takes to get Tectonic Slam going. Well, that and some endurance charges, but we'll get into that in a little bit later. 2 life flasks, one with bleeding, one with poison removal, one of them with instant recovery. A mana flask, because I have not yet incorporated any mana regen into the build. A simple piece of gear would solve that. A damage flask and a defensive flask. Either one, use whatever you want, that's just what I wanted. Freeze removal was kind of a must. The other mod, I guess, is up for whatever. We are running Blasphemy, supporting Poacher's Mark to give us our frenzy charges. Herald of Ash for added fire damage. Rallying Cry, mana regen and increased damage. Faster attacks, linked to frenzy, so we can build them up at bosses if we need to when we don't have any ads. Oh, cast on damage taken. Immortal Call. Right? Yeah. Molten Shell. Increased duration, because it's all fire-based and blah, blah, blah. Leap Slam, faster attacks, Fortify. What else you got, huh? Ancestral Chief, somewhere. With melee physical damage, faster attacks, increased duration. Not in that order, but that's what's in there. Our main setup so far, Tectonic Slam. And we'll take a little look at it. You see it relies on endurance charges, it's a pain in the ass, with multi-strike, melee physical, and this thing, God, I hate this so much because you lose so much damage, but I really had no other choice. It feels better than using the curse that grants endurance charges, so we're going to use this one for, well, whatever. Alright, and as we take a second, for those of you who feel like you've gotten everything you needed, you're good to go. I have put a link for Path of Building in the description. I guess we can call it a theory build because I marked it up to 97 for you so you can play around with it. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button and help support the channel so I can continue to make more builds, and subscribe so you will be notified right away when the next video drops before the start of the flashback race event. And for those of you who are a little bit more curious, I got a little bit more coming for you, and also the gameplay at the beginning of the video was an incursion into the vault room where we killed the architect and upgraded it to the tier 3 version, Wealth of the Veil. And that's what we've been watching right now, all the rewards that came with that from upgrading the room to tier 3. Okay, straight into Path of Building this time, just to get right through it. Like I said, most simple and basic of characters, melee characters, so, well, melee attack damage and life. More life and evasion and armor. We are running evasion and armor. Attack speed, ignore all penalties from armor, more life, physical damage, and a little bit of attack speed while dual wielding, down to frenzy, our 4th frenzy charge, more life. These all down here, these are, well, they're questionable. Ambidexterity. Whatever. I put it on before I realized that Tectonic Slam only uses the main hand. Duh. So you're not really gaining the 20% increased attack speed with the offhand. However, if I remove it, I'm losing about 820 total DPS at this point, where, you know, I only have 16,000, so it's not a lot. So if that seems, I don't know, so if that seems like an acceptable loss, get rid of it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to put somewhere else. I'm just leaving it for now because whatever. Life. More physical damage and attack speed, life leech with axes. All this here, all the way around, that's for your fortify, which you have a huge gain from on your ascendancy. I'll show you in a sec. But this will give you increased armor and damage and increase the effect. We are a champion, so we have unstoppable hero, which gives you all this while you have fortify. If you really want it all the time, you can get fortitude here, and then you have fortify 100% of the time. I don't feel like it's necessary. It's just a waste because we have it connected to leap slam, and we're just jumping around everywhere. Fire damage, dexterity, and intelligence, so we can run our. That's just so we can run our skills. Our accuracy means nothing because of our ascendancy. The jewel node, I put it in for the increased area of effect and global physical damage. You could put in a life jewel and throw it over 200% or whatever, you know. Attack speed, more life. Well, usually you get this for accuracy, but we don't really need it. There's some strength and melee physical damage. All this is axes, physical damage, attack speed, you know, yada, yada, yada. Fire damage, life, physical and attack speed with axes, and chance to gain onslaught for yada yada. Then we started, I had all that at level 80. After 80 we start moving this way. Get that so we can continue to run our curse. Blasphemy needs the intelligence. More life nodes here. Up here, more life nodes, and worked our way up to the 5th frenzy charge. And as you can see, I'm only going to mark this one up to 97, so you have 3 more levels, 3 more points, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, if you want to get rid of that to work with in this build and customize it however you want. Again, we are a champion, so inspirational, so you have increased damage and increased movement speed. Conqueror, 100% chance to taunt. We like that because then you get life regen, reduced damage if you've taunted, or reduced damage taken if you've taunted. And if you're in a party, if you taunt anything, they deal less damage to your party members, yada yada. Plus, enemies you taunt take 20% increased damage, and this one, the enemies taunted by you cannot evade attacks, and that makes your accuracy irrelevant, and don't need to worry about it on the tree or your gear and whatever. And again, I will put the link for this up down in the description. He's marked at 97. You may have been looking over at the DPS going, ooh, 16,000, seriously? Well, that's just because I left him how he was at level 80. Tectonic Slam is only 4-socketed right now. If we were to throw on the 2 highest deep, you know, those 2 sound good anyways, concentrated effect and fire damage, that sounds good. He's 35. We'll go into configuration. We'll set him up really quick. No. Yes. 5 of them. Endurance charges. Yes. I never ever see 3 up there, but 3 is the maximum we could possibly get. Right now, we'll just set it at that. I usually only see 1, but whatever. We have Onslaught. We have Fortify. We have Taunted recently. And the enemy is Taunted. Now, all of a sudden, we're up to over 100,000 DPS just with all that junk gear on still. So this will probably all come up. This is the belly of the beast is still on here. It's all the same. Ugh. Don't even sulfur flask. Oh, a whole 5 grand. Woohoo. But so I'll save this. We'll put the link in the description. And at this point, you guys should just need to sort the gear by DPS and go through there. And you could come up with your own fully custom, personalized to yourself build. Probably do way over 100 grand. That gear I have is crap. There really is a lot of room to customize on here. This is just the way I did it because it felt the most comfortable with that kind of gear that I was finding as we were leveling up. But there are so many different possibilities and combinations for gaining and sustaining your endurance and frenzy charges, like using the curse for endurance charges, and then using ice bite or blood rage, for example, for your frenzy charges. And then if you're going to use blood rage, maybe get the ascendancy node that grants adrenaline. And, you know, it goes on and on and on and on. Alright, boys and girls, well, that's it for this time. If you managed to hang on this long, again, thank you. I truly appreciate the support. Don't forget to hit those buttons, like I said. Support the channel so we can continue to do it, and so you will be notified when that next video drops. Good luck this flashback race event, and hopefully we'll catch you again next time.